Hi, Craig Proctor here. At this free live training event, you're going to be given some of my ads to try so you can start to put your lead generation system on autopilot. But more importantly than that, more importantly than just lead generation, this face-to-face interactive learning environment will allow us to introduce you to more advanced strategies so you can leap to the level of production and profit you crave at an accelerated pace. And when you attend, we guarantee you're going to walk away with real-world, ready-to-use tools to make money immediately. My experience in real estate is not unique. I've taught over 30,000 agents all over the world in 9 different countries, mostly in the United States and in Canada, but in 9 different countries, how to have a better living in real estate, how to make more money, how to work less, and how to truly do the things you enjoy. So I want you to think right now about what's important in your life. And let's agree that we're going to work today on helping you build a better business. A better business is a business that serves your life. The few realtors that have success, and you may know some of them, many of them trade their entire lifestyle for their income, don't they? I don't call that success. If you just give me your attention today, I promise you this, when we end this at 6 p.m. tonight, you will not think about real estate the same again. I promise you that.
It's just an absolute masterpiece on how to structure and build your business. I can take back and put into place things that are already built for me. I don't have to sit there and design this stuff and put it together. It's already done. It's not a competitive environment. There's plenty of business for everybody. None of us are afraid of losing business to another person because we know there's more business out there for all of us.
Once he started speaking about real estate, once he started talking about lead generation, no one knows it better than Craig. And you're constantly learning from him. I knew that I was doing real estate the wrong way. The people back in my market who were telling me how to do it were telling me things that didn't work. They didn't know any better than anybody else. And that if I did what Craig said to do, that I would get better results. My first year in the business, I did $91,000 in gross commission income. In my first year with Craig, $224,000 in closed commission income. So that's a quantum leap.
There aren't many doers in this industry who would invest their time to help you do, okay? And the thing about Craig is he's just creative. He's as creative as they come. Well, if there were a Hall of Fame, you know, like in Cleveland, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if there were a Realtor Hall of Fame, this guy would be in it.
But what Craig did was to reinvent the job called real estate agent. Reinvented it. And you can do exactly what Craig Proctor did.
Craig is one of the most successful real estate practitioners in the history of North American real estate, and he's one of the greatest, if not greatest, coaches in the history of real estate.
The power of Craig Proctor is that he takes it to the street. He makes it practical and usable. We talk about lead generation. He shows you exactly how to do it and step by step how to do it. And what we would say is follow the models, follow the proven models, right? That's what you do.
Whether it's in, Wisconsin or Florida or California, and of course all across Canada, these are very duplicatable techniques, and that's of course what Craig is teaching.
So just imagine. Forget about the how, but just imagine if I can show you how to generate more buyers and sellers than you could work with. You would then have what we call the power of choice. Imagine you becoming the rejector instead of being rejected. That was my life. I made 200 phone calls a day. 200 cold calls. Rejection, 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 rejection. Now, I was able to turn that around, so I was only calling people, returning calls that prospects had made on their own volition. Think of using smart marketing and technology, including websites and hotlines, where inexpensively, even for free on Craigslist and Kijiji, I'm going to show you today how to attract buyers and sellers by offering them what they want instead of talking about us. We're going to show you how to get prospects, just those that are interested, to raise their hands, and you can focus your time and your resources just on real prospects. Now, think of the positioning as well. If they're contacting you, On their own volition, you're simply returning an inquiry that the prospect's made. You're not initiating the contact, they're initiating the contact. So for any of you that have done any cold calling, how easy is that? Once we teach you how to get the marketing act together and you've got lots of buyers and sellers coming in, I'm going to show you the questions to ask buyers today so you can determine in 2 or 3 minutes their motivation and their timing, so you can decide in 2 or 3 minutes, hey, this buyer's for me, and this one, I'll let them work with one of my competitors. What a great feeling. You're going to be able to set what we call your rules of engagement. So I'm going to show you my buyer presentation today. I'll show you how I work with buyers. And just to give you a tip, we don't run around and show buyers properties unless they come in and sign an exclusive buyer agency agreement. I think we'd all like that to happen, but we're just not quite sure how to make that happen. So I'm going to show you today how to get the buyers to contact you, how to qualify the buyers in 2 or 3 minutes, and then how to compel the best ones to come to your office, meet with you, and sign a 1-year exclusive buyer agency agreement.
It was pretty simple. Didn't recreate the wheel, didn't recreate my own systems. I actually used theirs and put them in place. The scripts and dialogues that they use are amazing, and once I figured out how to use them and learned how to use the scripts, I just put it all together, and it was very successful. With all of the support through Craig Proctor, I have 38 places under contract in escrow right now, and 18 closing in the next 6 weeks.
I had 5 months of experience when I went to my first Craig Proctor conference. I probably had sold 2 houses. This year we sold 269 houses. We've built on the shoulders of giants. Really, we've borrowed the best. We haven't recreated it. We've just taken Craig's systems and put them in place in our market, and they work.
Our experience with advertising is this. Advertising for most of you works this way. Oh, advertising, I know what that is, Craig. That's the thing where I spend that much and I get this much in return. Now, on the surface, I think we'd all agree advertising and marketing shouldn't work that way. It should be the opposite. If it's really working for us, if it's productive, we should be able to spend this much on marketing and advertising done correctly and get those kinds of results. Instead of advertising what you have, which is your listing, which, by the way, may be the problem because it might be overpriced or difficult to sell, but instead of advertising what you have, instead I want you to write ads calling out to who you want to attract. How many of you right now in the room have no listings at all? If you have no listings, that's cool. You can still run my ad.
I feel that there's always an easier way of doing business in real estate. And finding that system allowed me to get started, start a new life with very little money. They teach us ways to generate leads for basically, without any money. For the last 8 months, I've been able to generate $100,000 in commissions. I just really want to thank my coach, Craig Proctor, for putting this type of program together. And I really couldn't do and achieve what I have done so far without them.
3 years ago when I started, I sold 19 homes, and I felt like my work-life balance was a little off. So it was very, very difficult to imagine selling 50 homes because I couldn't have enough time in my personal life. Last year I sold 79 homes, and I vacationed. I spent time with my friends and family, and it's all through Craig's systematic approach to doing business and leveraging technology and people.
When you start to run this kind of marketing, you will be amazed. And you're going to say, where was it? Where was all this business over the last few years? It's always been there. With my system, everything is trackable. You see, you're going to drive all of your traffics to either the recorded hotline or the website, which is going to track all of the information. You're going to know exactly how many prospects responded to this ad. So you know how many times you ran the ad, you know what the ad cost you, and you know how many leads you generated and how many appointments you booked, and eventually how many deals you did off of that ad. How would you like to have that kind of control over your marketing? If you can copy you can succeed with my program. Not only do we give you the ads, the editorial ads, we give you the free reports. You get the free reports, you get the hotline scripts, and you get the landing pages. You get everything. It's a turnkey system.
I was able to take my my business literally to levels that I'd really only dreamed about. You know, I used to sit around and dream about what it would be like to make $1 million in real estate. You know, and now I do that basically every 3 months now. You know, so just phenomenal gains in real estate since I've been using Craig's system.
This is a great opportunity for you to take a giant leap forward to the freedom and the prosperity that are the prizes for agents like you who follow my systematic approach to this business. Believe me, you'll never look back, and we'll see you very soon.